We're going to be doing the takedown of a Springfield XD Mod 2 in the 4.0 inch barrel length. We'll get started here, guys. Pretty simple field strip, and I'll walk you through as we go through. As you can see, the gun is clear, mag well is empty. Let's check the chamber. Chamber is empty, guys, and got the gun back into normal battery. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the gun, move the gun back into the lock position. Go ahead and flip the takedown lever. Release the slide, bring the slide forward, pull the trigger. That's going to go ahead and release the whole top portion of the slide. As you can see, much like the other guns we mess with, this is the striker assembly. Everything actually looks fairly clean on this gun, guys. We're going to go ahead and remove the guide rod. And once the guide rod's out, the barrel is going to fall out. Here, you're going to want to inspect a few different things. The guide rod assembly, I'm going to pick it up, take a look around. Everything looks clean, doesn't look like there's any breaks in the springs. Going to go ahead and give that a wipe down with some oil. Do a quick clean with some hops first. Hoppies, hops, multiple, tomato, tomato. Cleaning off any GSR, some carbon buildup, whatever might be on that spring that may hinder in the future operation. We're going to go ahead and clean that away. Great. Now we're going to go ahead and pick up the barrel. Look down the barrel, see how it's looking. Everything looks clean. Feed ramps look clean. We will wipe those feed ramps down with a little bit of hops as well, but we're going to run the barrel snake through during this process. So, barrel snake through. I'm going to drop it in the manner that would come from the chamber, and then you're going to go ahead and give it a solid tug. Take in mind, when the barrel is out of the gun, you don't have a lot of that rigidity to hold on to, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But get those copper brushes through, pull it once, we'll run it through one more time just for good measure. Ensuring that barrel is nice and clean. And then we'll set that down. Now we'll give those feed ramps a small wipe again with the hops. Feed ramps, guys, is what causes a lot of your issues when you're having chambering issues. So, want to make sure those feed ramps on the barrel itself are clean. Cleaning the outside of the barrel. And right there at those feed ramps. Again, the hop's going to allow that to eat up some of that debris that's there. And that's clean. Now, guys, we'll pick up the lower portion of the firearm. We'll give it a detailed look inside to make sure it's not too dirty. As we stated, this firearm is fairly clean. We're not going to go through a full breakdown today. This is just more a field strip after the range. Once you get a few thousand rounds through it, you'll want to go ahead and take everything out. We will do a detailed takedown maybe later this week. But right now, we're just going to look down, look inside the trigger assembly, the striker assembly in the back, and we're going to go ahead and drop some oil down on those springs just to keep everything lubricated. There we go. And up near the trigger, mag release, and the catch. So everything looks good there. We'll set that back down. Let's take a look at the striker assembly in the upper slide. Everything looks clear. Striker block looks clear. The firing pin spring looks clean. Let's go ahead and drop a little bit of oil on that firing pin spring and that striker block area. And we'll prep the gun for reassembly. You're going to take your barrel, insert your barrel back into the slide. Falls into place. Now you're going to pick up your guide rod. Going to place your guide rod back into battery there, and we're going to pick up the lower portion of the firearm, slide the slide on back into the locked position, flip your takedown spring, release the slide, firearm should be functioning. As you can tell, guys, nice and oiled up there. Generally take a few paper towels, wipe it down, get the excess oil off. For there, that's just a quick field strip. Keeps the firearm wet, keeps it functioning. You know, especially in conditions that are going to be dusty or, you know, your high use. Want to go ahead and just clean it as often as possible, guys. A clean firearm is a good functioning firearm. So with that said, everything there checks out. Everything looks fairly clean.